This man is none other than the UCD, sorry, I've butchered that already. The Irish language officer here in UCD. It is the man himself, Eoghan McDonald. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic, Tony. Thank you.
Brilliant. You've got to bring yourself into the mic there a little bit.
I have to apologise because Monaghan accent is not made for radio.
Try telling my mum that. That's no problem at all. From the Cavan border myself, so I wouldn't be too far away from you in that respect. So
I can't understand the word either of you are saying.
It's all nonsense.
We'll talk about silence, John.
Are you guys talking in Irish already? Jeez, it's over my head.
Well, first of all, Eoghan, I'm sure you're a busy man as of today. You have a huge day tomorrow. Lawn of Gaeilge is taking place. Is this an annual event that takes place every year?
Lawn of Gaeilge, generally it's one day every year, first semester, but it's always generally just focused purely on the language, which is generally fantastic, but you get about 20 people who turn up because there's 20 people who can read what the event's about and there's about 10 who are actually interested.
For sure.
So this year, whenever I was elected, I wanted to make it something different. I wanted to make it more inclusive to everyone in UCD because I just said not everyone is Irish, not everyone's from Ireland in UCD. 30,000 people cannot expect that. So I want to make it more about Irish culture. So we've got a bit of Irish dancing, we've got our music, we've got Irish dancing, music, language and our literature, just so there's a wee bit for everyone and there's literally no excuse for not going. And I'm looking at you, Mr. VML officer.
No, for sure. I shall be in attendance. Yeah, definitely. And one thing I noticed this year, as opposed to maybe some other years, is just the general buzz on social media. That there was definitely some sort of campaign launch last night between the hours of maybe 8:30 and 9:30, where I saw all Lawn of Gaeilge, this person attending Lawn of Gaeilge, this person attending. So it's been a huge success in that respect.
Yeah, the strategy I went for was BIM, bully, intimidate and manipulate. So there was a lot of people being asked to share an event, but no, a lot of people do seem to have an interest in it, so
yeah,
I'm happy with that. It's the Lord Mayor of Dublin's coming tomorrow, as well as President Deeks of UCD. And this is the first time he's ever been to an Irish language event in UCD.
Wow.
So there's no pressure on me to kind of show that people actually have a bloody interest.
That's something for the CV there. That's brilliant. Well, now before we go into the events throughout the day and explaining what they're about, I suppose your background, you're bound to have some sort of extensive Irish language background, being Irish language officer. So where did the love for, the passion for the language start?
I absolutely despised Irish until I got to college. My father always spoke Irish to me. When myself and my sister were born, he thought, it's an absolute travesty, I don't have any Irish. So he picked up a dictionary one day. He learned it, Mum hadn't a word.
Yeah.
So I was brought up, went Irish primary school, secondary school, never spoke Irish in school or secondary school. Got a B in Irish, which is decent, but for someone who goes to an all-Irish school, kind of lacks.
I know what you mean.
It wasn't until I got to UCD, there's Gaeilge, it's a Skeam Conia, and that's where once you start playing Kings in Irish, that's when Kings in any language, Jesus, it all goes well from that point, and really from that point being involved with the Common Gaelic and the Chalk and now the Union, it's just a roller coaster.
In my experience, few good things have come out of a game of Kings, but obviously we have different games.
No, I think the same outcomes. But
No, we had Students' Union President Conor Viscardi on earlier, spoke very well.
I'm sorry about
that. No, I should. But we were obviously asking him some tough questions, so we're going to swing at least one tough question towards yourself, or else it wouldn't be fair.
I'm going to call this was not what I was told when Johnny asked me to come on.
Sure, look. As Irish language officer, it's just a general question. Is there any difficulties that you feel you have in promoting the Irish language in kind of a modernised society where people are kind of, I guess, less patriotic and less into their own country's culture? I'm sure that's fair to say.
I think the main problem I have is people are coming from the Leaving Cert. You come from the Leaving Cert and people are after studying on Trial or 6 poems and learning 12 different shot pictures. And that's just an absolute load of effort. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to go into college and think, oh, Jesus, that thing. Mm. So my main job was trying to break that stigma and think, no, it's not that. It's a language. It's like French. It's like Spanish. As in, you can do a lot with it. Not as much as French or Spanish, but it's still your language. No matter what, you don't have it. It's yours.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, a lot of people are kind of scarred for life after the Schropp picture, etc. For me anyway, my own involvement with Irish, which is probably something I felt that looking back on now, I kind of regret more so gave my time into a more, I guess, international language in French in school, and my results correlated with that. But being abroad and being in America over the summer kind of made me kind of think, geez, maybe I should have put a bit more effort into Irish, because it's a great secret code to have around for not only foreign nationals, but I'm sure many Irish people as well.
You'd think that though, but we'd be going into taxis in town and we'd always talk Irish, because taxi driver definitely doesn't have any Irish. 9 times out of 10 they have Irish.
Yeah,
and we
no
are
way.
absolutely shot in the foot. No, but it's like that. You have your own thing. It's our thing. And
yeah,
I was at a language award there last week in Phoenix Park, and there was a 16-year-old there, and he had 12 languages fluently.
Wow.
Maltese was one of them, and I've never heard of anyone speaking Maltese. But it just shows that if you put a lot of effort in, like he put an outrageous amount of effort, but like languages are possible for everyone. So it's all about making that wee jump.
That's it. And the one thing I guess that you're probably encouraging with tomorrow, and also throughout the year, is that you're not expecting people to become fluent in Irish in a short period of time. Just a few words here and there really could make a big difference.
I literally want people to come out with Usáidin Mochanga or Giadich or Slán. Just that start of a sentence or end of a sentence. Like whenever I leave a conversation, I never say bye, I say Slán, because it's that small bit, because people are like, he probably is Irish. Or even getting international students to order a pint of Guinness in Irish. That's literally the level I want them to have, because then they recognise there is a language there and there's people who give a damn about it. If
there was a bit of a monetary discount there for an Irish order, I think there'll be a great intake. And when you mentioned that,
will be fluent by the end of the night anyway, I'm sure.
They can still speak. So, when you're talking there about, little things like Slán or whatever, I kind of was sweating as to think, geez, what am I going to say now for my outro? Eamon, do you have any ideas? I might pass it over to you. No, before we let you go, because I know you're busy today with preparations for tomorrow. I suppose I'll go through some of the events that are happening tomorrow and what we can expect. Looking at the event here, you have said that Dublin's Lord Mayor Brendan Carr and UC President Andrew Deeks will be among the dignitaries joining us to celebrate our rich cultural heritage. I see my name is left out there, but not to worry. Dancing, literature, music and the Irish language exhibits will be available in the Global Lounge from 12:30 to 2, and then later on, as Conor mentioned earlier, we'll have Fionn Rua playing in the Clubhouse bar from 8 till roughly about 10 there, so there should be a good atmosphere in the bar. So on the events earlier then, you're looking for people to be in the Global Lounge just to get involved in some of these workshops from 12:30 till 2.
I'm just looking for people to come down. There's going to be tea. Just go around and talk. Learn a wee bit about Irish dancing. Learn a wee bit about Irish literature. I know absolutely nothing about Irish literature, so I'm going to have a load of time spent with Litsock, because they're going to be teaching me as much as I can. For sure. Come and Gaeilge are going to be giving away free tea and that there to keep people happy, I hope, and talking about the language and giving wee small phrases. There's a wee document, Gaeilge on the loo, Gaeilge while you poo. So it's meant to be stuck up on your bathroom door. Some of the phrases on are absolutely phenomenal, but you could not say them in front of your mother. Yeah. And then Tradsock are going to be playing some background music, at which point, whenever the dignitaries arrive, we're going to have a big dance recital from Dansock and Tradsock. Yeah. Dansock have won, I think it's the Worlds in Irish dancing, so that hopefully will be spectacular.
Right.
At which point, Litsock will be doing a literature presentation on 2 poems that they have written about what being Irish means to them, or what the Irish language means to them. They're not letting me see them, so I have no idea at this moment in time. It could be just bashing me at the moment. And then Chalk and Gaeilge UCD are going to be giving a performance singing Grace, just with 100 years on from 1916, where we've translated it to Irish. And trying to be really patriotic.
I tell you, definitely a jam-packed day tomorrow. And students have no excuse. If you're, especially us within law, we shall vouch for some relatively non-busy students tomorrow. We'll try and get them to get involved too. So tomorrow, that's taking place 12:30 till 2, and then to obviously join the Clubhouse and the various stuff that are going on around campus.
Clubhouse is kicking on from 8 o'clock till 10, and then afterwards going to Club Conor na Gaeilge in town, which is basically a nightclub, a house party in a nightclub.
Brilliant. That sounds good, Eamon. Do you
Sounds like a lot
approve?
of fun. I approve wholeheartedly.
That's what I like to hear. Well, Owen, look, we appreciate it. We'll not keep you for too longer. I know you're a busy man. So
Sure,
just to coincide with Lana Gaeilge and Fionn Rua playing in the Clubhouse Bar, we're going to play just a little bit of a song. And I'm sure that when the night starts, it will go on all night long. This is Mary Jane Girls on Belfield FM.